Today, we're going to be body condition scoring some sheep. Let's go. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to body score condition a sheep. Now, what is body score conditioning and why do we care? Well, a body score condition for a sheep is a 1 through 5 scale that we can tell how fat or how thin the sheep is. And this is important to us so that we know how much we're feeding the sheep. Are we feeding the sheep too much? Are we not feeding the sheep enough? And it helps us really hone in the nutritional aspect of our sheep. So it's very important to be able to tell if your sheep is too skinny, too fat, or just right. And it's actually really simple. So I'm going to show you. So right here, I have one of my sheep. And what we're doing is we're focusing on the short rib in this area right there. Wait a minute. You're not a sheep. Get out of here. I don't want you. Let's go get a sheep. So body condition scoring a sheep is pretty simple. What we're doing is we're looking in the short rib area and we're just trying to figure out, okay, is he fat or is he not? So we just look at him and we're like, okay, there's plenty of fat deposits. Can't really see a whole lot of the ribs. I can see some fat on the ribs. The loin muscle's pretty good. And now you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, JD, he's full of wool. What are you talking about? I can't see anything. Well, you kind of can't. So what do? Once we get him to cooperate, we're actually going to stick our hand down into his short rib area back here. Oh, Lassie, get on. Let's get it back over here. This is why I like sheep. I couldn't do this to a cow, but I can do it to a sheep. Lassie, get out of here. We're sticking our hand down in this short rib area over here. We're sticking our hand down this short rib and we're feeling the short ribs and the backbone. And we're trying to figure out what that feels like, as well as that loin muscle. I'm going to let him go. So what we're looking at when we're feeling that short rib area, so we're actually using our hands. Does it feel a lot like our knuckles? That's a body scoring condition of 1. Does it feel like right down here on the bottom parts of our fingers? That's going to be a body condition scoring of 2. Does it feel kind of like the top of our palm? That's going to be the ideal body condition scoring of about 3, where there's a nice good fat deposit on it. You can kind of feel in between the backbones and the short ribs with some firm pressure. So this right here is going to be a 3. 4 is kind of in between. And then a 5 is, does it feel like the palm of our hand right here? This is just an obese lamb. So we're going to be feeling for 1, 2, 3, 4 is kind of somewhere in the middle between here and there. And then 5 is the bottom of the palm of our hand. So let me show you what I'm talking about on an actual sheep. Okay, so here I have a sheep that is sheared, whatever the past tense is of it. English is hard, I know. In this area right here, so you can see the backbone and you can see where the short ribs are. In this area we're feeling in between, and we're just trying to figure out how much of a fat deposit is there. Can I get my fingers in between the actual bones or not? So imagine a whole bunch of wool and I'm just feeling kind of right here. Okay, and so that is how you're going to body condition score a sheep. You're going to be feeling in between that backbone and that short rib, and you're going to be comparing what you feel to your hand. If it feels like your knuckles, that's a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, which is not on our hand, and then a 5. And that 4 is going to be in between the 3 and the 5. And anything less than a 3, you're going to need to bump your feet up. Anything more than a 3, you're going to need to decrease that feed. And you'll slowly figure out how much your sheep is going to need nutritional wise per the time of year. I hope you learned something. I hope you like, subscribe, and stick around for more content like this. Come on, Les, let's go.